One of the key things I've learned in my meditational retreat when we were like meditating throughout the day and throughout evenings and mornings was actually whatever you feel, however you feel, and whatever happens to you, you're actually the one that decides how your life is going to plan out. And if you plan on being a successful person, you need to start understanding that some of the things in life will not go as planned, some will. And so your reaction to those things is the only thing you can actually control, right? And so the things that are happening to me and the things that are happening to you, they're kind of different, and we're all like living our own subjective reality in a way, but you are the person that decides the reactions of yourself. And that means if you get into an argument, you can always move away, you can escalate things, you can just leave them like that and observe, right? But the thing you do will determine the outcome of the thing that is happening in front of you. And so we need to be very careful, because when I was meditating, right, we were in between the meditations. You could hear the flies flying around in the meditational hall. And it was funny because some of them, the meditators there, like moved when they felt that the fly is on them. I was always trying to be as still as possible, trying to be as calm as possible. Not everything went by the plan always, because as you feel the fly going over your face, you can decide to move or you can decide not to move. And as you decided that you're going to flick it off your face, it usually came back, but you didn't solve anything. You just kind of blew away the 40 minutes of meditation by focusing on doing nothing and just observing to reacting. And so I think in a way, when we are in our reactional mode in life, we are making more mistakes than just when we are observing. I'm not saying if the boat is sinking, you need to react, okay? If someone is attacking you, you need to react. But in like normal life circumstances and normal life things that we are doing, we can choose to just be an observer sometimes and react when it is really necessary, because those reactions are actually creating our life, okay? So we need to be more aware of our like everyday life when we are doing things. And also the one thing I want to talk about today again is start planning ahead, because if you plan ahead, you can create the experiences in which you don't need to react so much, okay? So as I'm planning out my year all the time for next 3, 4, 6, 8 months, 10 months, 2 years, 5 years, I'm always trying to create a vision of my life where I want to go, and also adding the ideas of what I want to become, so I become a different person. And the planning I'm making, it's also removing a lot of stress that can come if you just change your mind about, you know, in the summer you want to go now to some journey, you know, you want to go to Italy, but you haven't planned anything. You want to go to, I don't know, England. You haven't bought a ticket, so you're firstly reacting to buying a ticket, and then you're getting an expensive ticket. You're actually bearing the consequences of not planning ahead, okay? And so by planning ahead, you can stop reacting so much to the unpleasant things that are happening in your life. That means like fly coming up your face, okay? And planning ahead means maybe just, I don't know, spraying your wrists and like neck with the spray that doesn't attract flies and mosquitoes and stuff. And so in that way, if you planned ahead, you don't need to react in the ways you don't want to, okay? So I hope that those two things like stick together. I hope I made some like clear ideas about why you should plan ahead and why you should be careful about reaction. Maybe I should have just switched those two, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you tomorrow.